I think we were able to reach some of our target audience because in our opening sequence we tried to represent the character and portray the aspects that would appeal to them. For example, it shows that the main character is female, it shows that she is a middle-class police officer by us seeing her badge, the train stations and her house, and it shows her coming home tired. This connotes that she may have a busy lifestyle. All of these things are a result of what we planned to include right from the very beginning, although some bits have been changed. For example, we planned to show the protagonist's police badge on her belt while she was running. This is shown on the storyboard and in the screenplay. During filming this didn't work out, so we added an extra scene of her throwing the police badge onto the table. Also, as the target audience is from 15 to 30 years old, they are quite young, so they would probably want something they could get straight into and not get bored. Therefore, we plan to have quick shots of the antagonist and protagonist running at the very beginning of our opening sequence. This creates enigma as well as catching the audience's attention at once. These shots were some of the only ones that we originally planned out in our storyboard, script and treatment, which we actually kept near enough the same in our final product. We uploaded our finished opening sequence onto our YouTube account and made a questionnaire on SurveyMonkey. The questionnaire asks the gender of the respondent, the age group they are in, what they thought of our opening sequence, what its strengths and weaknesses are, and what improvements we could have made. 85% of the people asked were female, whilst all 100% of them fell in the age category of 16 to 25-year-olds. Most of the feedback we got back were good, but there were some faults. When asked what they thought of our thriller opening sequence, one person put, "It was really entrancing, I couldn't look away in case I missed anything," whilst another put, "I enjoyed watching it, it's really creative." Another person thought it was planned out really good. When asked what its weaknesses were, one person said, "Lighting seems weak at times, and it could have been more fast-paced, seeing as it's an opening sequence. I didn't initially think there were any big problems with the lightings because you are able to see the people quite clearly, although the psychiatrist shot was maybe a little too dark. Also, I think if we made it any more fast-paced, we wouldn't have been able to have built up the tension to create suspense, and we might have given away too much." Another person said the sound, as in the voice, was a bit too quiet compared to the music. I agree with this one, as sometimes it was quite hard to hear our main actress's voice. If we had more time, we could probably have filmed those bits again with Hannah talking a bit louder. I also think that the music and sounds during the bathroom scene could have been improved. This point was raised by classmates when we showed them our opening sequence. When asked what its strengths were, one person replied with, "The end scene when the blood splatters was really unexpected, and I think that worked really well. I also liked the way the titles were shown through the tube map." I agree with this point. I think one of our strongest points, I think creativity was one of our strongest points, and the map credits seem to have been one of the favourite bits when shown to the class and from the survey feedback. Also, 2 people said they liked the different angles and shots throughout the sequence. When asked what could be improved, most of the feedback involved improving the sound, although one person said the speed of the actors' names could have been a bit slower. I agree with both of these. If we had more time, we could have made them much better. When asked whether they would like to watch the rest of the movie, over 50% gave a definite answer of yes. As all of the responses who said yes were female and in the 16 to 25 years category, I think that shows that we reached and appealed to part of our target audience. Even though we did this, I think improvements could have been made to make it appeal even more effectively to the audience we were aiming for. I think the main mistake we made was in the pre-production research, when we should have made a more detailed questionnaire. It should have asked what gender the respondent was, and it could have included more personal questions about where they live, what they do for a living, etc., so that we could get an idea of their lifestyle. From this, we could have found out what the people who matched our target audience liked about our ideas and what they disliked. From this, we could have made changes and improvements.